Hello everyone! Welcome to Malleus Gaming. I'm your host, the lovely Malleus, and today we are going to be taking a look at my top 5 picks for the easiest campaigns in Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires. Please note, this list is completely subjective, and if you don't see anyone who you think should be on here, please let me know in the comments. Now, let's begin. Starting off at number 5, we have Kroq-Gar, the last survivor of Zotl, and leader of the Lizardman faction, the Last Defenders. The ancient Saurus starts off in the heart of the Southlands, in a prime position to reclaim the eastern and southern coasts. Kroq-Gar's immediate enemies are the Skaven of Clan Mordkin to the east. To the south and southwest, you'll find Teclis's High Elves, who can make for an easy ally if you're so inclined, more Skaven in Clan Morbidus, and Demons of Tzeentch led by Kairos Fateweaver. To the west, you'll encounter the Wood Elves of Orion's Camp, the Leaf Cutters tribe of Greenskins, as well as some more Lizardman factions, including Tic-Tac-Toe leading Tlaka. Finally, to the north you'll find Dwarfs in the Mountains led by Thorek Ironbrow, Volkmar the Grimm's Cult of Sigmar, and Undead in the Deserts, led by Manfred von Karstein and Settra the Imperishable. Kroq-Gar's short campaign victory conditions are pretty simple, just having to destroy the Skaven of Clan Morbidus and Kairos Fateweaver's Oracles of Tzeentch, both of whom are south of your starting position. You will also need to occupy, loot, or destroy 30 settlements. As for the long campaign, you'll need to head over to Lustria and take control of the continent, which can be done with the help of the many Lizardman factions there. Additionally, you'll have to occupy, loot, or destroy 70 settlements. Kroq-Gar starts off with only a minor settlement, the Golden Tower, but it possesses a very powerful landmark in the Golden Tower of the Gods. It provides 600 income, as well as increasing your control and research rate, while also reducing corruption and providing 2 units of Temple Guard for the garrison. I highly recommend to start building this landmark immediately. While it's building, you can destroy the initial Skaven army and then pull back to your settlement, building up a full stack of powerful Saurus warriors. Once your army is ready, you'll be able to easily purge the eastern coast of Skaven before swinging south. The Last Defenders are all about powerful Saurus characters, as they receive multiple bonuses to experience and weapon strength, as well as Saurus Old Bloods providing a 15% upkeep reduction to your armies. If you couple that with further upkeep reduction skills such as Geomantic Sustenance, Renowned and Feared, and the Blessing of Quetzal, you'll end up with a whopping 52% upkeep reduction for all of your Saurus units. These Saurus will easily be able to stand up to the elite endgame troops of the other races, and coupled with some monstrous dinosaur units like Carnosaurs for your Saurus characters, you'll be able to purge the entire world of the Warmbloods in the name of the Old Ones and the Great Plan. Taking our number 4 spot is Miao Ying, the Storm Dragon, and leader of the northern provinces of Cathay. Miao Ying begins in the northwestern corner of Cathay, controlling the capital city of Nangao. Her immediate enemies are the rebel lords of Nanyang, another Cathayan faction. The Storm Dragon's position is fairly sheltered, as you are surrounded by other Cathayan factions who you can make allies of and eventually confederate with. There are multiple ogre tribes in the mountains to the west who aren't a huge concern. Within central Cathay, in the forests of the Moon province, are the Skaven of Clan Eshin, led by Deathmaster Sniksh, and Greenskins of the Dimmed Suns. The primary threat you'll face as Miao Ying will be the Chaos tribes to the north, beyond the Great Bastion. Of particular concern is the Tzeentchian sorcerer Village the Curseling and his puppets of misrule in the Red Wastes to the east. Miao Ying's short campaign victory conditions are pretty straightforward, requiring you control, either directly or through allies, the northern provinces and the entirety of the Great Bastion. These include the Gunpowder Road, which you start in, the Lands of Stone and Steel, and the Imperial Road. Additionally, you'll have to occupy, loot, or destroy 30 different settlements. The long campaign victory conditions require 70 settlements to be interacted with, as well as the destruction of 6 different factions. These include the previously mentioned Rebel Lords of Nanyang, the Puppets of Misrule, and Clan Eshin, as well as the Cathayan Dissenter Lords of Jinshen, the Dark Elves of the Blessed Dread under Lokir Felhart, and the Chaotic Heralds of the Tempest under Kolek Suneater. Cathay is a huge, relatively safe area with plenty of room to grow. The forces of Cathay, much like the Empire, are a balanced defensive faction, with Miao Ying in particular providing significant buffs to ranged infantry in the form of 50% upkeep reduction and increased ammo. Additionally, the caravan mechanic allows for fun, smaller-scale battles across the map and significant economic rewards. For new players, this is a fantastic way to learn the mechanics behind the game, while veterans can enjoy a quick campaign with powerful ranged units such as Celestial Dragon Crossbowmen, Praying Gunners, Cannons, Hot Air Balloons, Rocket Launchers, and Hot Air Balloons with Rocket Launchers. Sitting pretty at number 3 is Throgg, the Troll King and leader of the Norscan faction of Wintertooth. This handsome-looking fella starts on the northern coast of Norsca, in control of the Monolith of Flesh settlement. Being in Norsca, Throgg is, naturally, surrounded by various Norscan tribes. Beyond Norsca, though, to the north lay the Chaos Wastes, which holds numerous demon factions, as well as the Dark Elves of Hag Grief, under the command of Malice Darkblade. To the west are the Dwarfs of Kroq-Gar, and to the south lay the human realms of Kislev and the Empire, ripe for plundering. Throgg's short campaign victory conditions involve destroying the Dwarfs of Kroq-Gar and the Kislevite factions of the Ropsman clan, Tsarina Catherine's Ice Court, and Kostaltine's Great Orthodoxy. You'll also have to occupy, loot, or destroy 35 different settlements. His long campaign victory conditions bring the settlement number to 80, as well as attaining an allegiance level of 3 with one of the Chaos Gods, and defeating all challengers sent against you, all of which will be easily done as you rampage across the world. Apart from his good looks and big brain, Throgg has 3 things going for him. First, you can easily confederate the other Norscan factions by beating their leaders in a fight. This will allow you to quickly take control of the entirety of Norsca. Secondly, you can earn a ridiculous amount of income from ports. A maxed out port earns you 800 income, and there are an absolute ton of them along Norsca's coastline. Thirdly, Throgg provides strong bonuses to numerous monstrous units, including Fimir, Skinwolves, and of course, Trolls. Throgg's faction provides Trolls with a reduced upkeep cost as well as increased physical resistance, making them tougher and cheaper. Throgg himself will add further bonuses to monstrous units through his personal skill upgrades, including increased leadership, further upkeep reduction, improved health regeneration, frenzied attacks, and more resistances. An army full of Norscan monsters led by the King of the Trolls will be able to quite literally stomp their way through anything the old world can throw at you, allowing you to bring about an endless winter and the age of beasts. Butchering his way to our number 2 spot is the greater demon Skarbrand, bloodthirster and leader of the exiles of Khorne. Ever seeking more and more bloodshed, Skarbrand starts off in Death Gorge in the southern Badlands. The Exiled One is surrounded by potential victims, with the savage orcs of the Top-Knots tribe being his immediate adversaries to the west. To the north are more greenskins, while to the east are even more greenskins, as well as Tomb King forces led by Queen Khalida. South of Skarbrand lay the deserts of Nehekara, and even more undead, where our old friends Settra the Imperishable and Manfred von Karstein battle for control of the sands. Skarbrand's short campaign victory conditions are very, very simple. You have to win his Slaughter and Carnage quest battle, which will grant you access to his unique demon axes, and occupy, loot, or destroy 35 settlements. The long campaign victory conditions will bring that total to 80 settlements, as well as requiring you to destroy Nikari and his demonic seducers of Slaanesh over in Ulthuan. Skarbrand is all about going on the attack. You don't have to really worry about capturing settlements or building up an economy. The Blood God has you covered. Over time, you'll automatically settle any raised settlement in a province as long as you control one region within it, allowing you to just rampage your way through enemy territory. Additionally, the vast majority of your income should come from winning battles and sacking settlements. You can replenish your armies in foreign territory, and Skarbrand allows for reduced recruitment costs for your expensive units when in enemy or raised lands. You get increased movement range after raising a city, and Skarbrand also gets increased movement when he wins a battle, which can be further increased with his personal skills. Once properly set up, this pain train has no brakes. Not only is Skarbrand an absolute chad of a unit, you'll have access to some of the most powerful melee units in the game, both mortal and demonic. This includes Chosen of Khorne infantry, Skull Crushers for cavalry, great weapon armed minotaurs for monstrous infantry, and bloodthirsters and soul grinders for big monsters. As long as you can get your forces into close combat as quickly as you can, you'll be able to reap a tally of skulls to make even Khorne himself proud. Riding in style to our #1 spot for the easiest Immortal Empires campaign, it's time to begin the zombie apocalypse with Helman Ghorst and the Vampire Count's faction of the Caravan of Blue Roses. Ghorst has had one hell of a glow-up with Immortal Empires, even with the nerfs he received in patch 2.1. No longer bound to Sylvania, this Master Necromancer now finds himself tucked away in the Haunted Forest. Ghorst's immediate enemies are the Skaven of Clan Treatric. To the east lay the rich lands of Cathay, while immediately north are the Ogres of the Mountains of Morn. To the south are the Dragon Isles, containing Lizardmen and the demonic forces of Nurgle led by Kugath Plaguefather. Westwards are the Orc-infested Darklands, and the High Elven Knights of Caledor, led by Prince Imric. Ghorst's short campaign victory conditions involve destroying Kugath's Poxmakers of Nurgle, controlling Nagashazar, the resting place of the great necromancer Nagash, and occupying, looting, or destroying 30 settlements. The long campaign victory conditions will bring that total to 75 settlements, as well as conquering the entirety of the Empire and destroying Karl Franz's Reichland. The Caravan of Blue Roses, as a faction, allows you to summon additional zombie and skeletal units on the battlefield through corpse carts and mortis engines, while also allowing you to raise even more zombies for your armies through the Raise Dead mechanic. It also provides your zombies and skeletons poison attacks to debuff your enemies and increases their casualty replenishment. Sounds pretty good, huh? My friends, we haven't even started. Our dear Helman Ghorst has a bunch of skills that upgrade zombies through the roof, for both his army and faction-wide. Ghorst's personal army will be immune to plague attrition and contact effects, which includes poison. This is very key for fighting the demons of Nurgle, who you start right next to and have to destroy as part of the campaign. Additionally, zombies and crypt ghouls in Ghorst's army get a huge plus 30 to their armor, and considering zombies don't have any armor at all normally, that's a massive boost. But wait, there's more! Through Ghorst's unique skills, you'll be able to give all your zombies faction-wide increased melee attack, a ward save against all damage types, increased healing caps, increased weapon strength, and health regeneration in close combat. You'll be able to provide even more upgrades for your zombies through the technology tree, including upkeep reduction and increased leadership, more melee attack and defense, increased speed, more healing caps, more damage resistance, and Vanguard deployment. You'll be able to deploy thousands of ravenous super zombies right in the faces of your opponents. You'll have a ton of upkeep reduction through technologies and lord skills that your already super cheap zombie units will be even less expensive, allowing you to bring in strong support units like Mortis Engines for even more health regeneration and damage over time, and hard-hitting Crypt Horrors or Blood Knights to flank the enemy forces stuck on your undying hordes. You'll have so many zombie hordes shambling their way across the world that no one will be able to stop you. I cannot stress enough how utterly ridiculous Helman Ghorst's apocalyptic zombie hordes are. I've taken Ogre, Lizardmen, and Nurgle settlements with full garrisons without losing a single individual zombie. Not an individual zombie unit, a single zombie. Through all the damage resistance, innate health regeneration, and additional magical health regeneration through Mortis Engines, Corpse Carts, and Invocation of Nehek, it's practically impossible for the AI to destroy a unit, never mind an entire army's worth. Bring on the end times, Archaon. Helman Ghorst is waiting. Well, I see you made it this far. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It would help the channel out a lot. You can find my socials in the description below. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!